Okay, hang on. And mute. Okay. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Let me get on live chat. Hi, guys. Okay. Hi. Let's see. Who's here? We have Trevor, long hair, skinny eyed toe, Steven. Hi, Rosie. And Phelan, and Owl's Perch and Serrana, Lavender Moons, Kelsey, Sapphire, Bob. My little love. I saw your cape, Bob. I love your cape. That's so cool. Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate it. Witch of Willow Creek, hello. Hey, Tessa, hi. Hi, Ben. Love the poster in the background. Okay, which one? Oh, you mean that skeleton there? It's actually a painting. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Paris and Maya, Andrea, and Lady Blind Wolf and Sue. Hi. I just want to wear it all the time. I told Ben, I mean, obviously, no outfit can be improved more than if you wear a fabulous cape. So I totally would wear it all the time. Hi, Johnny Dragon. Hi, Deb. Hi, Opal. Yes. So, let me just show you. If you're talking about this one, I don't know if you were talking about this one, but I'm knocking presents over. You're just gonna kill me. All right, I'll take them up and put them under the tree still. Okay. See, it's an actual painting, like on canvas. Isn't that neat? So guess where I got that? If you said thrift store, you'd be right. Actually, I didn't get that at a thrift store, did I? I actually got that from my ex-brother-in-law, who I think got it from a thrift store. Yeah, it is a cool painting. I like that one. I like it a lot. And of course, you know, some people have that out only at Halloween, but not me. Of course, I have it out all year long. Because that's me. All right. Who is messaging? I forgot to message Hexen. Oh well. I love that you work in X-ray and you have a skeleton. Of course, which is of course like part of the reason why I love my scullies and my bones and all that, because I can. Well, I better not test myself. I was just gonna say because I can name all the protrusions and everything, but now I'm like, wait, can I still miss? Like, I don't know. After so many years of being an X-ray, can I still name all the protrusions and stuff? I possibly. I'm not certain of that anymore, but it's possible. All right, I'm gonna mute my whole computer. Notifications will drive me crazy. Okay. Looks that cool in ultrasound, right? I don't know, boys. Some of those 3D babies are pretty cool, for sure. Although if you're not doing, you know, babies, then you're doing like stuff I would not want to do. What are the lines on the skull? Oh, come on. That's too easy. I can't gratify that one. That one you need to know if you have babies, right? Okay. You don't get to do any of the cool 3D stuff. I know. I was saying for a while they were gonna teach me ultrasound because when I started, I was you know, back way back in the day when you could be grandfathered in before you had to like go to ultrasound school, and so they were going to teach me ultrasound, but it was mostly like Vans deferens and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to take ultrasounds of balls all the day long. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible. So I forgot to tell the boys that I was going live. Love your earrings. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You don't, wait. Who said you don't know the lines on the skull? Do you have kids, Heather? Really? You don't? Yeah, I do a lot of balls and vaginas. Exactly. Exactly. For sure. So when you usually, unless they call it something else for kids now, usually when you have a baby, they tell you to be careful of the sutures in the skull because when they're newborns, they haven't grown together yet. So at the top, there's literally like a hole in the head where you just have like the skin flap here and the brain could be right there. That's why you have to be careful with babies' heads. So yes, ooh, very interesting. The soft spot, exactly. Hi, Dee, the fontanelle. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. And all those, like every bone has little protrusions that they have a name for. And you ultrasound baby brains, see, that would be interesting. I just wouldn't want to do all the vaginas and balls, especially that, I have to say, now that we're having this great discussion on vaginas and balls, that, 90% of the time you're doing, not that young people's vaginas and balls would be any better, but 90% of the time you're doing like 90-year-old vaginas and balls. And really, I think I can pass. I really think I can pass. Yes, you can see if they're dehydrated right from here. With the exception of genitalia, my job can be pretty cool, right? I know. The other thing is, though, that you're always in the dark in ultrasound. And I thought, oh my gosh. I mean, it was bad enough being in the dark room all the time. Because when I started, we were still with film. So we had to be in the dark room all the time. And I could read in the dark room back then. But I kept thinking, if I do ultrasound, I'll be in the dark all the time. And like, how am I not going to fall asleep all the time? Like, sitting in the dark all day long. Right? Oh, terrible. Terrible, terrible. Okay. So I wanted to do a quick update, and I'm just realizing that this is a big old deja vu. I have to pull out my dream journal and see if I wrote about this dream, because I had a dream about talking on my channel, I think before I had a channel, about DNA results. And I'm like, and of course at the time, there was no, like, you couldn't just send away for your DNA results. So I remember thinking this will never happen, but here I am. I'll have to look at my dream journal and see if it's in there. Yes, so I wanted to talk about, the DNA testing that was, that is way more readily available than it ever has been through 23andMe and Android.com and that kind of stuff. I sent away and did mine, and I wanted to encourage everyone to get it done. First of all, FDA just came out with a ruling that says, it's a job for sure, that says that you can use your FSA to pay for these DNA testings. And your FSA is your federal, like if you have a job with benefits, you put away your money, pre-tax dollars for medical expenses, and then you can use that for like dental work and your co-pays and that kind of stuff. You can take out of this money that you put away pre-tax. And that's one of the things you can do now with your FSA money is this DNA stuff. Jen is Trump's secret love child. So funny, Stephen. He's just such a wonderful human being. You just sent yours out? Yay! I'm too paranoid. Oh, goodness. To me, I'm like, yay. What are they? I'm not planning on raping anybody anytime soon. So what are they going to do with your DNA? Were they going to clone you? So be it. I mean, I'm not, it's totally up to you. But I just really wanted to know what the results were going to be, and I find it really interesting, and I like to know, what's what. They wouldn't want more of me. I know, right? And I know people say that because, that if we have some big revolution or something in the country and Trump could use it for some weird thing. And if they're really going to pick me out of all of the people that have ever done that, good luck. What are you going to, I mean, really, what are you going to use it for? Go for it. Who cares? To me. And like I said, I shouldn't say that because that to each their own. And if you feel funny about it, I get it. It's okay. Right? I know he would only want $1 million. I know. But to me, I'm like, I feel like, what are they going to do to me? Go right ahead. If they're going to pick me out of all the millions of people that have had it done, so be it. Apparently, that's what was supposed to happen. They should be paying me, right? Okay. So I got it done, and I had my husband get it done. And it comes, yes, it does do medical stuff too, which is really super interesting. Especially, I was telling Lucy today that he should get it done because, he's adopted, and that way he would have an idea. I did 23andMe. He would have an idea. You literally thought Christmas was next week. Like what his medical background is, and if he has any tendencies and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was a really good idea. And I would assume that Dave probably has FSA, but I don't know for sure. Neither one of them know for sure. So I'll have to talk to him more about it. Okay, so the first part of it really for me was the ancestry part. Yeah, exactly. And he would know more about where he came from, for sure. I think that would be a great idea for him. It would give him more of an identity. I know he has a hard time sometimes feeling like he has an identity, so I think that would be good. All right, so they did mine and maybe find family members. Exactly, Jez. I know that's the cool part is that they literally can list family members if you agree to be open with your DNA as far as, say, that family members can look at it and stuff. Then I literally have found family people that I had no idea I've never known them, but they're like second cousins or third cousins or stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. All right, so let me tell you that it takes a while to come back. Even when you first get the results, they kind of give you a general overview, and then they really are working to go in depth more. So when I first got the results, I was laughing my ass off because my grandfather on my mother's side, he was like 100% English almost. Not 100%, but he was a lot of English. Yes, it takes forever to actually get it all in. It's still, I did mine in October, and I still don't have all of it. There's still some stuff that they're working on. But it only took like 3 or 4 weeks to get the beginning part anyways. And so, funny because there was issues with my son having sickle cell because they didn't put his dad was black in his charts, so they wanted to do further blood tests, right? And that happens for sure. So when the results first came back, they said that I wasn't a lot of English. And I'm like, that's interesting because my grandfather, like Underhill, the Underhill side, they can trace their roots. Like they have a whole genealogy thing. They could trace it right back to Captain John Underhill, who came over on, the Mayflower or whatever and slept with Pocahontas or raped her or whatever the story actually is. And I thought, so I don't have any of that in me? What? But it came out later on. They were like, oh, yeah, I guess you do. So it takes a while to actually get it in depth. But the first thing they said was 84%, almost 85%. So he was Mr. Underhill. Yes. Yep. Exactly. Almost 85% of my history is Northwestern European. And that comes from 42% of me is, yes, I know, Lord of the Rings. Yes, yes, yes. Is British and Irish. And so when you look at the breakdown, they can actually, this is what I think is so cool. They can actually break down like the areas that you're from. So like Ireland, because Ireland is first, they can break down the areas of Ireland that my family is from. Yes, the larger the database becomes, the more accurate. Exactly, because they can compare. So much of my Irish heritage comes from the Dublin area, but I also have County Cork, County Donegal, County Mayo, County Leitrim, Galloway, Tipperary, Kerry, Sligo, and Limerick. So I have a ton of Irish roots, which I knew already. My grandmother on my father's side was 100% Irish and died on St. Patrick's Day. So I knew that there was going to be a lot of the Irish roots in there. And then, how much is it? The rest of that 42% is English, British, and comes from mostly from the London area. So if you look, the dark areas is where my ancestry would have come from. So it's mostly from Greater London, Merseyside, Glasgow City, Belfast, Greater Manchester, Lancashire, West Midlands, Tyne and Ware, I don't know where that is, West Yorkshire, and Edinburgh. We were McLean's and then McKean when they moved to U.S. So cool. Yeah, right. I have mostly English. Cool. County Cork and some French, right? Okay. So then 20% of that is French and German, which I was like, French and German. I had no idea that it's really not French. I believe it's just German. Hold on. But they group those two together. So that is, yes, and all 20% of it is German. I don't have any French, actually. Yeah, it's about $100, and the FSA will pay for like 120 of it, I think. You can usually get really good sales about now. So in the German part, I'm kind of all over the place. So there's some way up top here. This is Hamburg, and then Frankfurt and Berlin. And so it's mostly Schleswig-Holstein, Baden-Württemberg, and Hesse. I don't know anything about that, but I was really kind of surprised that I had that much. 20% of my ancestry is German, which I thought was really surprising. I did not expect that at all. Not at all. So that was cool. Then 8.3% is the Scandinavian. So that's when I talk about the Danish, that is my Scandinavian. Which is mostly Copenhagen. So if you see the real dark area, almost all of my ancestry is from the capital district of Copenhagen. There's a little bit of North Denmark in me. So very interesting to me. I was like, oh, that's super cool. Like I knew I was Danish, but I didn't know from what areas of Danish. So that was cool. And then the last two were very surprising to me. I have, So 10% of my ancestry, way down here, 10% or 10.4 is Eastern European. I had no idea. That is super different to me. Like, I had no idea that we were Eastern European, which Eastern European apparently means like Russian. The DNA. Now, like I said, I did this in October and they still haven't oh, I see a furry baby. Did he come in? Did she come in? Where'd she go? Doggy. Oh, yeah, there's another furry baby on the bed. See, look. He is totally passed out on my bed all the time. Looks like a skunk, right? So that's one part of the DNA that they have not told me where it's from yet. Because they don't have enough matches between my DNA and references from a particular region. So in other words, there's not a lot of Russian people. Yep, the Russian tribe of Russia were Vikings that settled in Ukraine. Cool. They don't have a lot of Russian people that are doing the DNA testing yet. So when, hi Pat. So when they get more in there, they'll be able to tell me more about where it was. Hi Kay. So that was cool. I also have, where is it? Scandinavian. Oh, 0.6. So 0.6% of my ancestry is Greek and Balkan. I had no idea it was any of that either. At all. Greek and Balkan. So they'll just send you updates forever? Yes. It's, they keep it going forever. And you are able to like check in with them and everything once you pay your, you know, $125 or whatever. Balkan, not Vulcan. Yeah, I wish. No, not Vulcan. Balkan. So like Greek and Balkan. And then live long and prosper. That's right. Then 0.2%. So I love how they can go right down to this little thing. 0.2% say that of my ancestry is from North Africa. Which I was like, that is freaking cool. I think that's amazing. Now, because it's so little so far, they really don't have a lot of people in that area apparently. So they cannot bring down that 0%. That area of where in North Africa that was. But I thought that was super cool because there's a whole bunch of different areas in North Africa. I'm like, cool. I want to know like where in North Africa because exactly Egypt, is that where? Because you guys know I'm totally into Egyptian stuff, and so it could be all kinds of stuff. So I thought that was super cool. The other thing, Barb, while I see you on here, honey, I was trying to get a hold of you. Did I get a hold of you? Did I get a hold of you already? I can't remember. There's a couple people that still owe money for the auction stuff. And we were really trying to get Dana the money from the auction, Libya, or even the Berbers. Yeah. Yep. We were really trying to get Dana the money before Christmas. So if there's any way you can pay that real soon, I would like to get her the money before Christmas, but we can't do that till everybody's paid up. So if you could, that'd be great. Yeah, exactly. It could be Libya. It could be. I'm like super excited to find out, which it could take years till they have enough of enough people that they can narrow it down to where it is apparently. But I thought that was really cool. And when you looked at when I looked at the DNA part, what was really neat to me, and hold on, let me find it, 23andMe, is that I have an actual direct ancestor from North Africa someplace. And sign in, hang on. I knew I was going to do this. and you're Scully on the 20. Yay. Somebody just said something. Hold on. My paycheck was delayed. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. So you can't pay? I'll have to talk to Cassie. We really were trying to get it to her before Christmas. I don't know how much yours was. I wonder if we can split it between us and get her the money, so she can have it for Christmas. So anyways, let me just quickly get to my ancestry overview because I thought it was really neat. So we related to someone in the Donner Party. Oh, that would be cool. Right? For sure. It's sad. Hold on, I'm going to go down to now, how did I get to this before? I was on the app. She said it was the first person eaten, but she wasn't sure. That's so interesting. I mean, I think that's totally interesting. I don't know how many other people think that's interesting, but I think that's totally cool. Anyways, on the app, which of course now I'm not going to see it on here. Damn it. It said something like my 6th great grandfather or grandmother was 100% North African. And somehow they can tell that through how much DNA there is. So, like, I have a direct ancestor to North Africa a ways back, but I have a direct ancestor towards to North Africa, which I thought that was super cool. Because if it's like Egypt, that would be so cool. Okay, cool and a bit morbid. All right, I guess a bit morbid, whatever. So the other thing that I thought was really neat with this is they talk about the Neanderthal line. And I don't know how much about DNA you guys know, but Neanderthal is actually a different species of human species, a different offshoot of human that has gone extinct and isn't around anymore. And after Neanderthal was modern man. So many of us have, I'm apparently related to Wyatt Earp. That's so cool. His grandparents went to America during the California Gold Rush, but started out as farm laborers from Melbourne. That's really cool. How cool. Many of us have DNA from Neanderthals, and some of the traits that we have come from the Neanderthal line. Was it descent enough to help some people out, right? They fed them. White skin means Neanderthal. Well, that's for sure. Yes, we could breed with Neanderthal. Exactly. So, I have 269 variants of Neanderthal variants. And that is somewhere in the middle of my family. Like the highest family member I have that has done this has 397 variants, and Peter is the lowest at 264. But so I was like, okay, so what does that mean? There's different traits that you can get from your Neanderthal line, and so one of them is straight hair. I do not have that. It says straight hair, zero Neanderthal variants associated. So I have none of that. 0, likely to sneeze after eating dark chocolate. That apparently is a Neanderthal trait. I didn't know that. But if you are more likely to sneeze after eating dark chocolate, you probably have a Neanderthal variant. Less back hair, which I don't have. But I don't have back hair either. But I have 0 variants. If you have less back hair, it is possible that you have a Neanderthal variant. I'd like to know how they know that, right? They have a whole bunch of information that goes with that too. So, and height, I have 1 Neanderthal variant, with height, which is, it's funny. I'm like, oh, well, no kidding. I'm 5'10". So that kind of makes sense that that came from the Neanderthal line. I thought that was kind of cool. And there's all kinds of traits that go along with that Neanderthal variant, and they can trace like where your variant went to, and they give you information about that. There's so much information in these that it is prone to, yep, for medicinal herbs, exactly. They can tell you what your maternal haplogroup is, which again, this is, it gets a little bit in depth, but it's super cool when it's, you know, for you. They can tell you there's one, two, there's, I can't remember how many. I think there's 10 total haplogroups. And they can tell you which group you are from, like which group migrated this way and which group migrated this way. It's overwhelming when you get it all in. It is, right. Exactly. It's like, holy cow. All this stuff, the medical stuff too, is very in-depth and overwhelming. So the haplogroup, and then where's the medical part? Hold on. Okay, so then here's the medical part. Prone to drink wine in a Harry Potter snuggle. Oh, that's me. Opal, that is that can't eat dairy thing. That's a DNA thing too. Hi, Saturn. Maybe they're looking for alien markers. Yeah, that could be. Okay, so the health predisposition reports. There's 13 different reports. And they go through, you can go age-related macular degeneration. That's one of the things they test for. And I had a variant detected, but it said not likely enough to be an increased risk, which is interesting, though, because that is something that kind of runs in my family. So that is something that, you know, I kind of am watching for anyways. Celiac disease, I had a variant detected, and I'm a slightly increased risk for celiac disease. Had no idea. I don't think anybody in my family has had celiac disease, but you have dark eyes though, Jen, which is good. I don't though. I have light eyes. You can't see. Am I blocked? Hi, Lucy. No, I just, you know me, I'm a squirrel, and I totally missed you completely. How far away? Oh, there you are. Finally. I totally missed it. Yeah, Lucy, you should totally do this. I think it would be really neat for you to see some of this information. The BRCA1 and BRCA2, which is the breast cancer genes. I have no variants there. Late onset Alzheimer's disease, which I'll be honest with you, I was a little worried about because a lot of my family have had like memory problems, but it turns out most of them are from Parkinson's, a form of Parkinson's disease. Actually, it's what Robin Williams had that causes our memory problems. And I had no variants detected for any of the rest of this stuff, which is Parkinson's, which I was surprised. Early signs of dementia. That's scary. Alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. I don't know what that is. Familiar hypocholesterolemia. I don't know what that is. I'm a medical person, so for some of the, but they tell you what all of this is too. G6PD deficiency. I don't know what that is. Hereditary amyloidosis, hereditary hemochromatosis, hereditary thrombophilia. No variants detected. High cholesterol. Yeah, it does kind of sound like that. But look at, this is all the stuff they test for. No variants detected. There's a million of them. 44 different things they test for. Bloom syndrome, Canavan, cystic fibrosis, congenital disorder of glycosylation, familiar dysautonomia, Grassel syndrome, limb girdle muscular dystrophy. I mean, there's a million different things that they test for. Sickle cell anemia, Tay-Sachs, Usher syndrome, and then they do these cool things called wellness reports. And the wellness reports, to me, are like some of the most interesting things because they come out with this weird stuff that you're like, how in the world would you know that? They say, based on your DNA may affect your body's response to diet, exercise, and sleep. And so they can tell you that based on my DNA, I have a higher than normal likelihood to flush when drinking alcohol. Well, if you know me at all, you know that is absolutely true. As soon as I can drink half a drink and my whole face goes completely. And apparently that's in DNA. They can tell that you have a DNA predilection for flushing when you have alcohol. Caffeine consumption. I am likely to consume less caffeine than the normal human being based on my DNA, which is true because I don't know. I don't drink coffee at all. And I don't drink as much tea as most people drink coffee. So, Mom and I lightweight. Yep, absolutely. Genetic weight. Predisposed to weigh about average. Okay, I disagree because I know damn well my genes are all fat people. I love my fat people, but yep, fat people. I stand too close to alkali, turn red in the face, right? Lactose intolerant. Now, I am likely tolerant of lactose. Yeah, no. I was for a long time till I turned 40. And then that didn't happen. Muscle composition. Common in elite power athletes. Yes, that's right. My muscle composition is such that I could be an elite power athlete. That's right. Which actually, I kind of believe that if I busted my ass and I worked on it, I probably could. Because my son and I always talk about, we have these huge bone structure from Vikings. And our muscle structure is bigger than what I would call normal muscle structure. And because muscle weighs more than fat, we weigh a lot more than people think we weigh. Like a lot more. He's in the Navy and he has like hardly any fat. Hi, Lily Pad. On him at all. Bye, Branwick. And they call him obese because he weighs so much. But it's mostly, yes, we do have heavy bones. It's mostly bones, and our muscle structure is a lot bigger than most people. Like, if I tell people how much I weigh, they're like, no, you don't. No way. And I'm like, yeah, really. That's how much I weigh. And Frankie, same thing. Because for him, I'll tell you, you've seen Frankie. He weighs, what do you say now? He weighs 250 pounds, I think. And they're like, excuse me? Yay, Viking blood, Cherry Bug. Same as my hubby in the army. Us two, though no one believes me. I do, Deb. Absolutely, I believe it. Because there's no other explanation. I'm not saying I'm not fat. Let's be honest. I need to lose a couple lbs. But even at my littlest weight, I'm way more than people think I should be. Like, they're like, hell no, you are not that. There's no way you weigh that much. When I was super, super skinny, people thought like I weighed 120 pounds or something. And I'm like, yeah, no. Not even close. I haven't been that since I was like 10. So what else? Saturated fat and weight, likely similar weight. I can't remember what that means. Oh, sleep movement. Likely average amount of movement during sleep. Ability to match musical pitch. That's a genetic test. If you can smell asparagus when you pee. That is a genetic test. An unfortunate thing that has come out of this DNA thing is paganism exclusion. It's in the Kemetic, the African religious, and the heathen communities. I don't know what you mean, Sarana. It's an unfortunate thing that has come out of this DNA thing is paganism exclusion. Explain what you mean, because I'm very curious to know what you mean by that. How are pagans excluded from the DNA? They have you present your ancestry DNA for group acceptance. Oh, I know what you mean now. That's such bullshit. Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous. How do they know? What about past lives? Do they believe in past lives? If they believe in past lives, then how can they possibly exclude you from some pagan group or another? That's just ridiculous. That's like poor Lucy who gets excluded from voodoo practices and hoodoo practices and stuff because that's just stupid. I hate that. That is, once again, pagans, if anything, you would think that pagans would be more inclusive. They need to test for past lives. That's right. You would think that we would be more inclusive because we kind of turned away from regular religion. Many believe past lives run in the family line. Oh, give me a break. That lumped us all together and said what we could and couldn't believe. So it ticks me off when pagans would do that too. That's so super annoying. But anyways, earlobe type. Detached earlobes or not detached. Mine are likely detached. Nope, they're detached. We can be more inclusive. That's right. I'm doing good, Ricky. How are you? Fear of heights. I have a more likely than average to be afraid of heights, which is not true. Because no one else besides my mom is pagan. They're all hardcore Catholics, right? And let's be honest here. Probably half of Catholics grow up to be pagans. Come on. They have to. All right, maybe not half. I might be exaggerating a slight tiny bit. But since Catholicism has roots in paganism so much with their statues and their incense and their chanting and their, come on, they're more pagan than some of us pagans are. And that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying they need to not be judgmental people and accept the people that are there. The current voodoo priestess of New Orleans is Jewish. I love it. That's awesome. Mosquito bite frequency. You are likely to be bitten more than others. That's so true. 23andMe, Ricky. I got these off of 23andMe. But there's a whole bunch of these, like flat feet. More likely than average to have flat feet. Well, that's true because I don't have flat feet, but poor PJ, my son PJ does, for sure. Fear of public speaking, finger length ratio, freckles, ice cream flavor preference. Your DNA can tell you will have an ice cream flavor preference, vanilla over chocolate or chocolate over vanilla. Motion sickness. Newborn hair, whether you have enough or not. There seems to be quite a lot of Viking groups that hold to their brand of heathenry going through bloodline. There are other practices, but it's nonsense. I agree. That is just bullshit. Because I just don't... with all of the shit that we go through in the world, why in the world would us pagans, who most of us did not grow up in a pagan home, why in the world would you exclude people when we have fought so hard to not be lumped into a certain practice? You want to know ice cream preferences, right? Yeah, it's very sad. Very, 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 for sure. Yay! Hi, Pat. What else? Skin pigmentation. You likely have lighter skin. Yeah, no can. More likely to have stretch marks. See that right there? I'm blaming that. Doesn't make them any better than the Christian extremists. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel too, Phelan, for sure. Reconstructionist is more about proving lineage than actual pagan practice. Yeah, which is insane. It's just crazy. Give me a break. Sweet versus salty. You likely prefer salty, which is true. It's funny. It wasn't true when I was a kid, but it's true now. Toe length ratio. Whether your big toe is the longest toe or your second toe is the longest toe, my second toe is the longest toe. I think Astratu could be one of those groups. In some of those groups, it's grown into something that begins to look like a supremacy group. Ugh. Celtics are like that too. Yes, they are. Unfortunately, a lot of Celtics are like that too. That's true. My second toe too. My second toe is a lot longer. Like my husband used to tell me I had an extra finger on my foot. I mean, they did adoption into the faith, even in the Mets. Yeah, right? Loki is a blood brother. He was adopted. Thank you, right? Legit, almost spit my wine out at toe length. I grew up in a hardcore Catholic family. Me too. Me too. Unibrow. Whether you're more or less likely to have a unibrow. I am less likely, obviously. I have never plucked anything up here, ever. I just ever did. West Coast life does not work with East Coast lives. I hear ya, I know. Oh, I'm just weird weeks with holidays being on what is normally a sale day, so we lose a day each week and do the sale a day early. Poor Pat. I know it. I'm telling you what, I had 16 patients today in a 6-hour day. And I was like, why are you people here? Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Of course, I'm working again tomorrow, but my toes are neatly ordered by size. Yeah, mine are not. My big toe or my second toe is a decent amount longer. So in 3 weeks, yay. So these are some of the things that you can look for though when you get these reports, which I just think is really cool. I think it helps when you're calling on your ancestors to be able to say, even though I totally think that you can have ancestors from past lives, but I think it's very cool to be able to call on an area that you know you had ancestors in this life. Might get off at 3, might get off at 5. I might get out at noon if we don't have patients. So I hear you. It's sad because as you've shown by so kindly sharing your DNA results, a lot of people have quite a broad mix of DNA. Exactly. So having any purity of blood, I know, is ridiculous. Is ridiculous. If I got, rejected because I didn't have a certain percentage of Irish blood from a, Celtic tribe or something, I would be so annoyed. Like, are you kidding me? What? I have always had a lot of pride in my heritage that I knew about. And I'm looking forward to looking up the heritage I didn't know about and having pride in that too. I'm so a mutt. Absolutely a mutt. I am, what do they call Hermione? She's half blood, half priest. I'll take that on no problem. Yeah, I know. I don't either. I really don't. I think it's all bullshit for sure. There were so many tribes. Yep. Even if they were quite local, moved about a fair. Yep. And stories and lovers traveled about. Exactly. And mutts are more healthy anyway. So yay to the half blood. Mudbloods. There you go. Mudblood. I'll take that on no problem. I'm a member of the Foot Finger Club. Woohoo! All right, Kay. You and me. All right. Okay. Now, I don't know how much you guys, I don't want to sit here and read to you about the Yule lads while I'm live. I thought what I might do is read the book and upload it. I'm having a problem with my phone's stupid memory. But I think I might go like live and make it a private live and then read the book and then upload it. Let us see this foot finger. Oh, my feet are so ugly. Hold on, let me see how bad my feet look right now. They're so ugly, you guys. I am not showing my feet. I have showed a whole lot of things on here. I am not showing my feet. I hate feet. I have to say, feet are one of the things. I'll try to take a picture of it from like far away. When I was in x-ray school, I would do barium enemas before I did a foot. I hate feet. I hate all feet. So, yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Private chat. There you go, Ricky. I'll show you in a private chat. But feet are gross. I hate feet. Mama Squirrel, the weirdos are gonna pop. Want to see your feet, right? Ew. Your DNA heritage can help explain the types of pagan ways you're drawn to. Yep, that's true. That's true. I hear you now. I work MR and do necrotic feet. I'll tell you what, Lilypad. At one point, you're eating. I won't get too grossed out. But at one point, I did a foot with a black toe, and I was praying that it wasn't going to fall off while I was doing the X-ray, because it was nasty. Nasty. Yep, for sure. Okay, let me show. First of all, I ordered some goofy things off of Wish just to because I hadn't for a while, and I like getting some weird goofy things off of Wish. There's my arterials, like, bra, it's dead. Yeah, right? It's not coming back. Sorry, Jazz, I'm sorry. So I always get a couple goofy things off of, oh yeah, trolls. Yeah, oh yeah. Off of Wish, because, they're cheap, and some stuff it's okay to get off of Wish, like stickers and stuff. They're okay. So I got a pack of stickers, which I just got in. Look at, ooh. Which have some cool pagan-y stickers. They have like an elephant and just squirrely. Oh, pentagrams, yeah. And a butterfly. No, that's okay, Paris. I totally get it. And Saturn. And Smile. And woo. Oh, look, a unicorn. Yay. Those aliens. Yes, I think there's aliens in here too. Here's a bunny. Elephant. Winged feet, so Mercury. Boop. And I love you to the moon and back. So cute. And the Taurus bull. And this is for the zodiac too, isn't it? Is this Capricorn? Right? Yes, scrapbooking and journaling, absolutely. And here's a big old crystal diamond thing. A turtle. Ah, Capricorn, I was right. This is, I don't know, a big donut. What is this? Oh, a lion, so Leo. Pie. Music symbol. Peace sign. Marijuana sticker. A bear. Oh, a supernatural. Bart Simpson. There's a wolf. An alien. And a froggy. So I got all of those. Then I got, have you ever used pie out of school? Only for jokes. Like, seriously, only for jokes. Like, you know, the pie day or whatever it is. I've used them for jokes. That's it. So I also got tarot stickers in a box. And when you open up the little box, you pull it out. I haven't really looked at these yet. Of the little box. I thought this was really cute though. And it has a little pull out, and then they're all, ooh, not all of them are connected, but they have like a whole line of, yay, tarot stickers, Rider-Waite tarot stickers. And I think all of them are here. Hold on, this goes up to Justice. Oh, so here starts the Hanged Man. Does this go all the way to the World? And then has the Cups. Good for tarot journaling? Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Then there's Pentacles. Goes all the way through. And then one more. This goes all the way through. So I thought they were super cool. And I know I won't pay very much for any of that stuff ever. Because it's Wish and you never know what you're going to get. You could get cool stuff or you could get nothing. So I bet you I paid like $1 and like $2 in shipping. Which, you know, so for like $3 I got stickers of like all the tarot cards. And then the last thing that I got from Wish was, put them back in the box, We're making a tiny muddy deck, right? That could be too. Whoops. I got a money frog. That is a money frog, and it vibrates to the tune of prosperity. And it's real wood. And I think I paid like $2 for it. And yeah, exactly. And I look at them too. And I'm always like, I don't know, what if it comes and it's not very good? This is great. And I think I spent like, you know, $4 total because you spend like $2 and then $2 on shipping. And like I said, I won't spend very much on Wish because you never know. It could be, you know, really crappy and not work at all, or it could be good. So yes, this is Wish. That is Wish. So I don't know what it is, but something in me needs one, right? And it's really cheap. It's really cheap. You just have to, you know that you're going to wait a while for the most part. So yeah. I have 3 decks now that have come in that I'm going to, I heard someone sneeze. Yay. That I'm going to have to do unboxings on, and I will try to do them. I will try to do them by the weekend. We've been on an hour, so I don't want to, you know, stay on for another hour and do it, but almost a month for some boots I ordered. Ugh, yeah, for sure. I did get my 78 Tarot Elemental deck. I'm super excited about this deck. I haven't looked at it very much. All right, I'll give you a sneak peek. Sneak peek only. I've been waiting for this deck forever, though. See the flashy gold? Woo, flashy, flashy. And am I upside down? No. Yay, your auction stuff. Yay. Look at that. Come on, look at that magician. That is freaking gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at the high priestess. I knew I was going to like this deck. There's a lot of cards in here that I really, really love. Really, really love. Look at the Hierophant. Come on. Hooker deck for sure, right? Look at Justice is my mat. Good night, Owl. Love it. So I'm super psyched about that one, and I will do an unboxing very soon, I promise. By this weekend, at the very least this weekend. I would say I'll do it, tomorrow or something, but it's Christmas Eve. Today, I just got in the mail the Spacious Tarot. This one, I was really interested to see how I'm going to like it and if it's going to read well. Again, here's the one problem I've been having with decks. Stinks. I don't know where in China these are getting done, but stinks. You need a good shadow work deck. So my favorite shadow work decks are the Crone Tarot and the Dark Goddess Tarot. I have to be honest with you. Love them. Both of them. Where's the full card? Oh, it's stuck to the back of that one. These they're stinky. They're really chemically smelling lately. So I don't know where in China these are getting done, but they're awful. These have no people in them. And so I thought, that would be interesting for once to have no people. And I think I may really like these. Because sometimes people can be distracting. And it's not like an animal deck, although there's a few animals. It is mostly, background and things. Deviant Moon. The Lovers. How cool is that? Yeah, it's mostly landscape stuff. It's mostly, there's the Chariot. So I will do a full, complete. I do love that moon card with the mushrooms. Walkthrough of this one also. I promise very soon. I got to try to find Death here to show you the Death card. Hi, Space Between the Notes. Yay. How are you? Happy holidays to you too. And then the last one that I'll be doing very soon is from Pantas Meow. And this is the Cotton Candy Nightmare deck. And I will do an unboxing of this one by this weekend too. Cotton Candy Nightmare deck. This is kind of a fun, cutesy deck. It's a lot of her kitties, and they're evil looking. Look, here's the back. And then I really liked these. And the cardstock is really great cardstock. I really like these. They're kind of almost a linen finish, but very thin linen. So demonic cats, yeah, exactly. Kinda. See, look, the Emperor. I really look at the Hierophant. I really liked this deck. You know me, I like my vampires and my Scullies and my freaky looking. Yes, go ahead, Darkstorm. No problem, honey. Strength. I like my creepy looking stuff. Here's the Hermit. So I don't know. I really thought this one was going to be good too, and I like it. I think it's going to be a good deck to pull out, Halloween time. Someone should make a Buffy deck. Trevor, they were in the midst of making a Buffy deck, like an actual incredible artist, and it got kiboshed. So I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I think that's a good idea. I'm a Hanukkah boy, but I like the Hanukkah with Santa hat. Yay! So I'll be doing that one again soon. Let me just do a quick update. Dana today, I have not heard from her today. That doesn't surprise me. Today was her tough day, where she had, 7 hours of chemotherapy and an hour and a half of, hi Jack, of, is from the town you grew up in. I love Spike. An hour and a half of radiation therapy. And she sent me a picture, which I will post in the group. I just haven't had time today. I had crazy 16 patients today. But she sent me a picture that she took. She like did her hair up and stuff. And poor thing, her doctor told her after this one is probably when she's going to start losing her hair. So I know this was a tough one on her. I didn't expect to hear from her today, and I did not. But send her some extra energy, guys. She's going to be wiped out after this one. And, you know, the poor thing has to go back tomorrow. I believe she said she gets Christmas Day off. But other than that, she's right back in there. And to feel yucky around Christmas, whew, yuck. Yeah, it really is. This is only week 2. And this is the second, you know, big chemotherapy round for her. So I know it's, thank you, Space Between the Notes, and all of you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Jez. I see that, and I so appreciate it, and she does too. She wants me to make sure that you all know that she so appreciates all the healing and all the love that you're sending, and she does feel that for sure. You know, she really is gonna be going through it, and she knows she is. She's prepared. She said to me yesterday, you know, I'm ready to shave my head. I'm not crazy about it, but I'm ready. It'll make me feel like a warrior. So that would be a good idea, Witchy Woo. Let's talk about what we would put into a care box for. That's a really good idea. We have one of the people in our shadow work chat is or was an oncology nurse, I think, and it would be good to ask her like of, you know, what she can use, because your skin is so inflamed and stuff that you have to be careful what you use, because it's very sensitive after all the radiation and stuff. But let me ask her and see if we can get together a list and see if we can get, you know, some stuff getting to her. That's a good idea. Oh, I'm sorry, Darkstorm. Post it in the Facebook group, honey. She'll get it. All right. I'm going to let you guys go for tonight. I so appreciate you being here. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. And I know she appreciates you all so much. She really does. She's all worried about, she wants to send out thank you cards to everybody who like has been doing healing and stuff for her. And I'm like, honey, I know they would appreciate that, but shelve it. Do it when you're feeling a little better. You know what I mean? Yes, the Yule Ads book, I will try to do a separate video on. Probably it won't be until tomorrow, because I gotta get up and go to work again tomorrow morning. Yeah, she does. She's so sweet. She always is like, you know, I want to start writing out thank you cards. You need to get me the addresses and stuff. And I'm like, honey, I will get you the addresses. I promise you. I'm telling them that they are appreciated, though. And I want you to focus on healing first. She's so cute. Hi, Cass. So tomorrow, I'll have the Yule Lads book up tomorrow. And in the meantime, anyone who hasn't paid for that auction, we talked about Barb. She's going to pay when she can. Cass, we'll talk about that later. I don't know how much Barb owes. We'll see if we can figure something out. And then we have one more, which is, and of course, I forgot her name because I don't know her. Bethany something or other. Yeah. So if any of you know Bethany, who is Live Flower, Bethany Neal, Live Flower. If any of you know her and can just shoot her a text or a Facebook message or something. I don't know her on Facebook, and I don't think she's in our group. She hasn't paid either, and we want to try to get that money to Dana as soon as we can. So I so appreciate you all. You're in love. I'm so glad. Space Between the Notes got his first Scullies, and he's in love. Yay! I'm so happy. I'll tell you what, within the week between Christmas and New Year, I'll do a whole video about Scullies. We'll look at all of my Scullies and we'll do like a meditation with the Scullies. And I know what you've been wanting me to do, and I promise I'll do it between the Christmas and New Year week. I will do that. Okay? I promise. I know I've been promising. Yay! I love you guys so much. Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. And have a good one.